So I think there's 4 slides that specifically outline how we go about empowering, teaching, training, helping others do their work and do so securely. One example that I usually give is that we have a newsroom that, usually we give this advice when it comes to phishing. We give this advice that says you should not open an email from someone that you don't know. You should not click on a link that someone sent to you unless you know who that person is. We have a newsroom whose job it is to open those emails and to click on those links and to open those attachments. So it is then our job to help them do so securely. We can't just say, you can't do that because you don't know who it's from. That is sort of how the newsroom receives tips. So when it comes to training, we really sort of work to understand the audience. The training that we give to the newsroom is slightly different from the training that we give to legal, which is slightly different from the training that we give to HR. We try to really understand the workflows that these different teams have before we go in and do the training. In some cases, I usually do a 30-minute, 1-hour meeting with a couple of people in that department just to fully understand their day-to-day, the tools that they work with, the questions that they frequently ask about security, the challenges that they have, what their concerns are, and then I try to make sure that I cover those topics in the training. We also do new hire orientation training. As of right now, we get 1 full hour with every new journalist at the Times. And in many cases, we cover the sort of the usual, like, here's how you secure your email account. Here are the settings that we enforce by default. Here how that applies to you. Here are things that you should know about your laptop. But then depending on who's in the audience, we may also cover things like our tips distribution system. We cover things like secure mobile communication. We give them a heads up about phishing training, just so that they know that that's coming. We also go through how to recognize phishing with actual examples of what we've seen in the newsroom. And it's a hit or miss. Sometimes you're talking to a graphics editor who doesn't necessarily need all that advice, and sometimes you're talking to an investigative reporter who absolutely does need that advice. We also do host sort of brand bag sessions with external speakers. Oftentimes, and I don't know why this is the case, but oftentimes getting in someone externally who says the exact same thing as you seems to be super helpful.